Here's a number that should make you uncomfortable. Every month, between $200 and $500 quietly disappears from people's bank accounts. Not on rent, not on bills, not on anything they would even remember buying. Just gone. I used to have 5 money habits silently draining my finances. They weren't huge mistakes. They were small leaks that added up month after month. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which ones you have, and more importantly, how to fix them. Here's what most people never realize. These aren't 5 separate problems. They're 5 symptoms of the same disease, making money decisions on autopilot. Today, we're breaking down all 5 habits and the simple fixes that can help you stop wasting money without giving up everything you enjoy. Let's start with the first one. The first habit is not knowing where your money actually goes. Most people know their biggest expenses. They know their rent, their car payment, their insurance. But those dozens of small purchases throughout the month, they're a complete mystery. If you're a student, it might be food delivery, forgotten subscriptions, or that streaming service you haven't opened in months. If you're working full-time, it often looks different. You get a raise. You start eating out more often. You buy slightly nicer groceries. You say yes to every weekend plan. Your income increases, but so does your spending. And somehow, you still don't feel richer. The solution isn't cutting out everything you enjoy. It's giving every dollar a purpose before you spend it. A simple 50-30-20 budget works well. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings and paying off debt. Track every expense for just 1 month. The numbers might surprise you. You don't need perfection. You just need awareness. Habit number 2 is the minimum payment trap. Credit cards make spending feel effortless, but if you only pay the minimum each month, that convenience becomes incredibly expensive. Imagine carrying a $7,000 balance at an interest rate of 27.4%. If you only make the minimum payment of $250 each month, it can take nearly 4 years to pay off. During that time, you'll lose more than $4,300 just in interest. That's money that could have been invested, saved, or spent on something you actually wanted. The fix is simple. Treat your credit card exactly like a debit card. If you can't pay the full balance this month, you probably shouldn't buy it. Keep your credit utilization below 30%. And if you're already in debt, focus every extra dollar on eliminating it as quickly as possible. Paying off high-interest debt is one of the best financial investments you'll ever make. Habit number 3 is believing you're not rich enough to invest. A lot of people tell themselves they'll start investing once they're making 6 figures. The problem is, your greatest investing advantage isn't money, it's time. If you invest just $100 every month starting at age 25, earning an average annual return of 7%, you could have around $217,000 by age 65. Wait until age 35 to start, and you'd need to invest nearly twice as much every month just to reach the same amount. Time is something you can never earn back. The best moment to start investing was years ago. The second best moment is today. Thanks to fractional shares and commission-free investing, you can start with as little as $1. If your employer offers retirement matching, contribute enough to get the full match. It's essentially free money. And if not, simply automate $50 or $100 every month into a long-term investment account. You'll barely notice the money leaving, but your future self definitely will. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure to subscribe. I create videos that explain the money lessons most people never learn. Habit number 4 is living without an emergency fund. When you're young, it's easy to believe nothing serious will happen. So saving always gets pushed to next month. But emergencies don't wait until you're ready. Nearly half of Americans can't cover an unexpected $1,000 expense without borrowing money. One flat tire, one medical bill, one emergency flight, and suddenly, you're relying on expensive credit card debt all over again. An emergency fund isn't designed to make you rich. It's designed to stop small problems from becoming financial disasters. Don't worry about saving 6 months of expenses right away. Start with your first $1,000. Once you reach that goal, slowly build toward 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses. Keep the money in a separate high-yield savings account and automate the deposits so you never have to think of. Finally, habit number 5, lifestyle creep, or what I like to call the golden handcuffs. You get a raise, a promotion, or a bonus. Instead of building wealth, you upgrade your entire lifestyle. A nicer apartment, a newer car, more expensive restaurants, better gadgets. You feel richer, but your savings stay exactly the same, or even worse, they shrink. The biggest danger isn't spending more. It's becoming dependent on a higher lifestyle. The more expensive your life becomes, the harder it is to leave a job you don't enjoy. You've traded financial freedom for temporary comfort. Here's the solution. Before any raise or bonus reaches your bank account, decide exactly where it will go. A great rule is to save or invest at least 50% of every increase in income. If you get an extra $500 every month, automatically move $250 into savings or investments. Enjoy the other half completely guilt-free. That way your wealth grows faster than your lifestyle. Here's the most important thing to remember. These 5 habits aren't isolated problems. They form a chain. You don't track your spending, so you overspend. You can't invest consistently. You never build an emergency fund. And eventually, your lifestyle traps you in a paycheck you can't afford to lose. But the chain works in reverse too. Fix just one habit and everything else becomes easier. Fix all 5 and you're not just saving money, you're building financial freedom, because wealth is never created by one huge decision. It's built through hundreds of small choices repeated consistently over time. So this week, pick just one habit, fix it, and let that be the beginning of everything changing.